Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. And now, celebrating 15 years of broadcasting, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, whether you're tuning in on the radio dial in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM or through WYADonline.com. We're glad you all could be with us. Also, those joining us online through our affiliates, including Conversations Radio Network, we're glad you all could be with us as well. You know, one of the things that we talk about a lot on this program is the importance of being the best of ourselves from the inside out. And our next two guests have been able to do that for themselves and work on that process, but also be able to help others, and particularly women, to do the same thing. I'm excited to welcome Mia and Sasja to our program today. They're the co-owners of Lift and Flow Performance. We want to talk to them not only about the business, but also about the mission, what it's been like for them to come together to do work that they love, but also to see how they've been able to empower others. If you all are just now finding out about Lift and Flow Performance, I'll let you guys know at the end of our segment how you can find out more information. But Mia and Sasja, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Hello.
Hey, so glad you all could be with us. You know, first of all, I want to say congratulations to you. I, of course, found out about you all because of our mutual friend, Makita Smith of Jasmine PR. But also, I think, you know, being able to follow you all on social media and to see the response to your clients, especially on Instagram. Mia, I'll start with you. I mean, what has this experience been like for you to be able to find work that you love, but also to see how it's impacting the lives of other people?
You know what? I have to say, it's been the most rewarding thing ever. I never set out to be a coach. I started out in TV production and just kind of started working on myself. I discovered pole dance. I discovered weightlifting, and my body began to change. I became vegan, and I just felt so full of love and happiness with the person I was turning into that I just wanted to give that to others. And when I started to do that, I realized that it was way more rewarding and fulfilling than what I was currently doing. So I went 100% in, and watching this company grow the way it has over the past 2.5 years and being able to touch as many women's lives and help give women that permission to take care of themselves and to be strong and powerful, and that's okay, has been it's been awesome.
Sasja, to that point, as Mia mentioned, I mean, one of the things that I saw, of course, on social media, and it's appropriate as we are in March and it's recognized for Women's History Month and Women's Empowerment, you all celebrated the grand reopening now of Lift and Flow Performance. What was that experience like for you to not only, of course, to kind of have this rebirth, you know, of your brand, but also, of course, to see the way that people are responding to that?
Oh, my gosh, it was incredible. The turnout was fantastic. People had such a good time. It was an incredible experience to be able to watch our baby grow and see loving people in the space and feel the love in the space, especially since the rebranding, knowing exactly who our women are and being able to tap into that and just have everyone together. It was emotional, actually, but happy and proud.
Right.
Proud day.
Right. You know, I can imagine, Mia, one of the things I mentioned to you all before we began the segment, of course, as entrepreneurs, every day is not going to be perfect, right? I mean, there are challenges that go with any new endeavor. But does the joy come from knowing, just as Sasja was just saying, that how people are being benefited? Is that part of what kind of keeps you all going?
Oh, 100%. One of the cool things about this, so, yeah, it's fun to watch, like, the body composition changes, and it's fun to watch people, you know, be able to do things they haven't been able to do. But the cool part is every single time, every single member that we work with, the moment they start taking care of themselves and saying yes to showing up to their workouts, to paying attention to what they eat, their personal lives start drastically improving. They start getting promotions, or they start leaving behind their other jobs. We just had a lady just now was presented with an opportunity to go learn from some famous artist and an art designer in Paris, you know, and,
wow.
And it was just like these opportunities, their personal lives and their professional careers, and ends up blowing up and becoming greater than what they thought just by taking care of the health and aspect part of their lives. So that part is really cool.
Right. Sasja, I want to go to you to kind of piggyback off of something Mia just said. She used an interesting phrase that I love, and that is showing up. And even though she was talking about them showing up physically to lift and flow performance, is that also a big part of what you share with your clients, the importance of showing up for themselves?
Absolutely, and that is most of it. You know, the losing weight and the getting strong and all those lovely things is really the cherry on top. But showing up for your own life and being the champion for your own life means the world. It means you get to be the person you were put on earth to be and stand in your power and affect others positively. So that is extremely important to us.
Yeah. And I think it's a great reminder for all of us, but especially, as you all are talking, I think it is so true that women, are normally the ones who are nurturing other people. The importance of looking after themselves, I think, is so important. We're going to get more into that and how Lift and Flow Performance is helping with that. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. I'm so excited to welcome the co-founders of Lift and Flow Performance to our program today. We have Mia and Sasja joining us for the first time, talking with us not only about what it's been like for them to see the response to the work that they do, but also, of course, what it's been like for them as entrepreneurs to do it. Mia, I want to go back to you with something that was on the Instagram page that I found when you all were writing about the work that you do at Lift and Flow Performance, and we're going to let our audience know, of course, how they can find you guys on social media, but you wrote that you guys were helping women become unapologetically powerful and comfortable. How important has that been for you to do, not only, of course, physically, but also I noticed with the rebranding, you've been paying attention to the inside, the nutritional aspect. Why has that been so important for you two?
Man, that's everything. When I first began my own personal journey, actually, Sasja and I both say this, that pole dance changed our lives. There's something about that type of movement, and then for me as a bodybuilder on top of it, there's something about getting strong that unleashes this other aspect of yourself. And then for me as a tomboy, learning to pole dance allowed me to tap into my feminine side that I wasn't fully even aware was there. So now here I am coming as a whole person, tapping into every part of me, and I was doing all of this while also learning to eat better at the exact same time. And so the person that I morphed into, the woman that I am today, that was something that was all triggered from giving myself permission to say it's okay. It's okay to be sexy. It's okay to be strong. It's okay to choose to eat differently than my family and friends, and it's okay to take care of myself. And when that change began to happen, I knew I had to get it out to as many people as possible. And so one of the things Sasja and I were very clear on when we were forming Lift and Flow Performance was that we want to make sure that same gift was given to each and every woman, and that became the focus, which is why our program is more than just showing up to work out. There are so many conversations that happen outside of the studio to talk about self-care, to talk about what's happening in your home, what's happening in your work life. So that's the number one important thing for us.
Sasja, I think we have to talk about the elephant in the room, and I've discussed this with Makita when she was on the program, talking with her not only, of course, as a celebrity publicist, but also as the creator of Flying Over 50, and that is pole dancing. Mia was just talking about it there. Do you think part of what's happening, especially now in 2019, and what you all are able to do with Lift and Flow Performance, is to get people to looking at pole dancing differently and to look at what it can do for you? Not only, of course, what normally people think about when you hear pole dancing, but to look at it differently and look at what it can do for the woman differently.
Absolutely. I think, over the years, pole dance is still relatively new. I think over the years, of course, there's still a stigma attached. And the beautiful thing about pole dance is once you get to know what it really is and how it feeds your life, there is no going back. There is no mistaking how beautiful this sport is. And it can be whatever you make it. It can be sensual. It can be very athletic and sporty. it can be lyrical, it can be whatever you need in the moment. And I think being able to explore that is what's so beautiful and what ends up drawing people to this art form and keeping them there. It's very meditative and it's addictive. And so we come and we see it and we stay. And it's been 10 years for me, and I don't see myself leaving anytime soon.
Yeah. So, Mia, what about yourself? How did you first get introduced to pole dancing?
Oh, gosh, that's such a funny story. I was at a house party, and a studio owner at the time attended, and for some reason the guys who threw this party, as most men, I guess, would want to do, made sure that there were a lot of women at the party and very little guys. So the studio owner decided, hey, I'm going to take advantage of this, and she had a pole stage in her car. She set that pole stage up and said, all right, I'm going to teach you guys some beginner spins. And I nervously stepped up to the plate after, like, no one was trying to go up there. And I did my very first spin, Cyrus, and I fell in love, and I knew instantly after having it took all of 2 seconds, but in those 2 seconds I felt strong, I felt sexy, I felt beautiful, I felt graceful. And these were things that as a tomboy I would never associate those words with myself. And when I felt it, I immediately was like, where can I sign up? I need to do this right away because this is gonna change my life. And I was right.
And I wanted to ask that question, Sasja, because I think part of what happens, and I'm sure, and again, going back to Instagram, we're going to talk about how that visual aspect has really helped you guys to kind of spread the word about what you're doing. But, I mean, what has it been like for you to share with other women how pole dancing can not only be fun, but also, of course, the functionality of it when it comes to taking care of themselves?
Mm-hmm. It's been impactful. I mean, I came into the sport as well just wanting something other than a 9-to-5, something I could call my own. And I think that's what a lot of women seek, time away from the husband and the kids and the girlfriends and the parents and whomever else, just to have a safe space to be who they are authentically. And we need more of it. So I think it's important, and women find it, and they flock to it. I know when I started pole dance, that's exactly what I was seeking, and once I found it, it just became my thing that no one else could touch or take away from me, and it's so important to just have a lane of your own to ride in and to enjoy.
I think that's it. So, Mia, then, I mean, for those who are just now discovering you all, again, a great introduction. I've mentioned it a few times here. It's Instagram. How important has social media been for you all in spreading the word about Lift and Flow performance, as well as what you all are able to offer?
You know what? Social media has been really great in showcasing our community, showcasing the different ways that we train, and even more so highlighting how plant-based meals can really look delicious and aren't just limited to salad. So we do our best to showcase off our I'm a foodie, so we do our best to show off the different foods that we eat, and including our ice creams and everything else, and how you can have the life that you want without causing harm to other beings nor yourself, you know. So it's been nice to use that. Sash does really most of the social media stuff, so she's been able to grow that account. It's hard for me to speak on it, but I've watched how she's grown it.
Gotcha. Well, Sasja, I'll go to you then. So did you automatically know, Sasja, that was going to be a big way? Because Mia brings up a good point. I mean, really, you guys had me at the cinnamon rolls. But I think, there's, for the ladies out there that are looking at this, I mean, I think to be able to see, an example of what they can expect there, I think is one thing. But also the other thing that I really got from looking just at the Lift and Flow performance page is how hands-on you all are. Is that kind of what you wanted to present there, Sasja, is letting people know it's more than just pole dance. It really is about support.
Oh, my goodness, it's all support. We are family. Our community is our biggest asset. We pour into every single person with our lives. We give them all of our time. We're pretty much 27/6 because Sundays are day off. 24/6, 24/6 service. All our programs are customized. It's individualized to your goals. And, we pour into everyone. We love everyone, and we want women to know they have support. And because a lot of women, they have their families, but that's different than having outside support. And It's very important. So we really do pour into them, and we're very, very close, and we think our community is fabulous. And that's why people stay, actually.
And Cyrus, one of the ways we're able to really give that attention too is that unlike other like gyms or studios, we really keep our session sizes small so that there's no more than 4 women training at a time, whether it's the strength training or the pole dance, and that allows us to be able to 100% like really, really dive in and personalize and customize to that individual. And reduce chances of getting kind of like lost behind or hurt or injured or do something incorrectly, because the instructor's trying to get to 8, 10, 12, different ladies at a time. So we eliminate that and keep it small.
Yeah. We pretty much built it how we wanted to see it. It wasn't out there, so we created it, and it's only been through our experience that we could create something like this.
And I think that's the great thing, to be able to use your experience and your passion to be able to create something that is fulfilling for you, but also going to be, as we mentioned earlier, empowering for others as well. Again, everyone, Mia and Sasja have been our guests for this segment. Great conversation with you ladies. They're the founders of Lift and Flow Performance. A great opportunity, I think, as we said earlier, for women to be able to come, to be able to benefit from the inside out, and to know that they have the support system there. Sasja, I want to go to you here. Let our audience know, how can they be able to kind of find you all online and to kind of stay connected?
Wonderful, yes. Facebook, Lift and Flow Performance, and on Instagram at Lift and Flow Performance.
Hey, you guys have made it
and
easy.
The website, we need that too.
Yeah, sure.
liftandflowperformance.com.
All right. So definitely make sure you all are staying connected with Lift and Flow Performance. And if you guys follow Lift and Flow Performance on Instagram, you also will be connected with Mia and Sasja's personal pages there as well. So make sure you all take advantage of that opportunity. Mia and Sasja, really appreciate this opportunity. I know you all have a very busy schedule, but it's been great speaking with you and looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you so much. This has been a total honor and so much fun.
Well, look, I appreciate that. Thank you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. If you all came in late, you missed part of the conversation with me and Sasja, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay right after we go off the air. The link is already available through our social media sites. So head over to facebook.com/CyrusWebb or go to twitter.com/CyrusWebb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share it with your friends from there too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. Let's make it a great one.